You're watching BLACKTREE on TV, only on Soul of the South.
Welcome back to BLACKTREE on TV. I'm Alex Hudgens, and I'm here to keep you up to date on all things Hollywood. So let's do it! Back in 2011, XMen First Class took the XMen franchise in a new and fresh direction, earning more than $350 million globally at the box office. I'd say a big reason for the movie's success were its phenomenal actors, Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy, who played the young Magneto and Professor X. Sean Edwards caught up with the two in New York. Let's see what happened.
So, tell me about the process. I mean, you two, the chemistry has to work, you're doing your thing. How did it feel when you were making it happen?
Worrying a lot of the time because you don't know if it's going to work out, and you know there's a lot riding on it because other movies, you know, were loved and made a ton of money, and you hope that yours can as well. And we knew, I think, from the start that this movie, you know, apart from the effects and the action and the cool characters and the mutants and all that, it really rested on the emotional drive of that relationship. And if we got that wrong, the movie would be missing, you know, a vital element that gets you through 2 hours. It makes, for my money, 2 hours go by really quickly.
The real enemy is out there. I feel their guns moving on the water, targeting us. Go ahead, Charles. Tell me I'm wrong. Fire!
You said yourself, we're the better men. This is the time to prove it. There are thousands of men on those ships that are just following orders.
I've been at the mercy of men just following orders. Never again.
Now, because you're playing characters that people have seen previously on screen, did you go back and sort of like take a sneak peek at the, you know, other X-Men movies?
Yeah, definitely. I watched all 3 of them as soon as I got the job. I got them out again and revisited them. And there was that point in time where I thought I was going to sort of, you know, study Ian McKellen and sort of try and get any old films with him as a young man and try and sort of get his voice down, his physicality. And then I spoke to Matthew in, I think, our first meeting or second meeting, and he wasn't so keen. He was more interested in me sort of bringing my own voice and my own physicality. So we scrapped that idea, and then I just sort of really just dived into the comic book material and gathered all the information from that.
Now, you guys big fans of comic books, comic book movies? You dig them, or is this just, you know,
I like comic book movies. Anyway? I like comic book movies if they're good, but I never grew up with comic books. It wasn't really a thing in my neighborhood.
Me too. My parents tried to get me to read anything, and I was pretty slow at sort of picking up a book. And I think I was about 12 when I started reading, and that was Winnie the Pooh.
It's an amazing book.
It's a great book, dude. I mean, it's still up there in my top 10. And sort of, you know, that sort of got me on the journey to actually reading books. And my parents, I remember on a Sunday, you know, going to the newsagents, and they'd pick up comic books for me, and I'd never read them. And they were like, "What's wrong with you? Every boy enjoys comics." So no would be the shorter answer to that.
That's a great way to get to that point, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Still ahead, we are giving you an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at X-Men: Days of Future Past. And the cast of the new X-Men movie travel back in time. Don't miss it next only on BLACKTREE on TV.
You're watching BLACKTREE on TV, only on Soul of the South.